All right, hello and welcome to this weather alert. We are under a state of emergency because of flooding going on, and we'll get to those News 12 reports in a moment. But you'll see here the radar continues to show this heavy rain band that is now set up pretty much over Nassau County. Nassau County being almost part of Queens. Nassau County actually being, and also goes into the Hudson Valley, generally being the main area where we're seeing this these heavy downpours of rain. You can see flash flood warnings are in effect for Nassau, New York City, as well as the Westchester, parts of Bergen County, Rockland County, maybe into part of Putnam County, also into southern Connecticut as well, Fairfield County, all under this flash flood warning that's been ongoing now for most of the day. So if we look at the weather, the update here from the Weather Service, you'll see flash flood warning continues to 3:30 p.m. and that is for Connecticut. Let's go to the one for us. This is for the city. This one goes until 4 p.m. and the one for Nassau County goes until 2:45 p.m. 2 and 5.5 inches of rain have already fallen. So that's just incredible. So we're going to look at some of these rainfall reports right now. And you can see these are the ones from Connecticut, over 2 inches already. It's still raining. Bergen County, 1.75. Essex County, 2.38. We'll go over these more later. But look at Nassau County. Valley Stream is up to 4 inches already. Hewlett, 2.70 inches. Let's see, Mineola is at 2.15 inches. That was as of 9:30 this morning. We know it's more than that now. Suffolk County, Dix Hills, 1.82. As you go further out east, let's see, Sayville's got an inch. Also parts of Westchester, Rue Rochelle at 2.78. But that was as of this morning. So they haven't updated this at all yet, so which is kind of surprising. So we can go to the Wonder Map and take a look and see how much rain is falling. This is only going to show us since midnight, but this will give us a good idea. Yeah, look at this. So look at that. Rockville, Lynbrook, 5.11 inches of rain. That's incredible. Mineola is at 3.6 inches of rain. 4.98 inches of rain in I guess that's Roslyn Heights. 5.15 in Mannahaven. I mean, this is an incredible amount of rain that we're getting here in Nassau County. You go out to Suffolk, only in around an inch out there. Unless that heavier band pivots east. They've only gotten around an inch. But we are just getting pounded here in Nassau County, as well as Queens. 5 inches. Central Park has gotten a lot of rain, too. Yeah, I guess the city has gotten hit hard. It looks like around 5 inches of rain have fallen, and it's still raining. That's the thing. It's not stopping yet. Let's look at Jersey. Toms River has gotten 2 inches. That's nothing compared to what we're dealing with here. So we are really just getting soaked here by this band that's just continuing to sit over us, basically. And that's only for the day. This doesn't include last night. That's the thing. I'd have to go to the other map for that. But here's the radar, and you can see it's just kind of sitting over us. This band, it's not moving at all very much. And you can see Suffolk's in a little bit of a break right now. But as far as power outages go, I don't think we see too many. Let's see how much we got here. Only 551. So we're not seeing too much wind out there. It's mainly a rain deal, and a lot of it. Let's go to the weather and hazards map here. So, actually, it is pretty breezy out there. We're seeing some wind gusts up there, 23 miles an hour. Yeah, we're seeing some pretty significant wind gusts. Let's see what our oceans look like here as far as wave heights go. And of course, this buoy doesn't feel like reporting wave heights. That's nice. What about this one? 7.5 feet. Nothing too crazy, but some pretty strong winds out there. All right, I'll put this into precipitation, and we'll go and we'll move this to 24 hours. So you can see what's going on here. So you can see Suffolk not getting that much. Nassau County really getting hit hard. And Queens and New York City really getting into the bullseye of this. 6 inches have fallen in Belrose. 6 inches in Valley Stream. 3 in Carl Place. Really an incredible amount of rain has fallen in this area here. Really is a real soaking for this area here that we're in. And it goes up into the Hudson Valley, too, as well. You can see here as well. Suffolk, yeah, not really seeing nearly as much, especially the Pine Barrens, which kind of really is hoping that's where the band would sit, but it usually doesn't. It's over us, and then going into New Jersey as well, we've got over 2 inches of rain in some areas. That this band. All right, so we got the state of emergency in effect, and so we have a state of emergency in effect. The governor has declared a state of emergency. Downpours and flooding spark state of emergency on Long Island. Let's see. I guess that's all they got when I click on this part. See, state of emergency is declared for Long Island here, and it's a really all right. So now they're saying the MTA is having problems. Let's see if the railroad was having issues. Let's see. Twitter LWR will do this. See what's going on here and see what the railroad is saying about. All right, they're talking about the track work. Elevators at Atlantic are broken, maybe due to the rainfall. Let's see. Do not see anything about Long Island Railroad problems, so it must be the subways that are having an issue. Let's see. Subway and Metro North service is severely disrupted. So it is the subway and the Metro North that is getting delayed right now. If we go to the subway, look at all these lines that are suspended due to flooding here that we have here. Lots of them. Parts suspended. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, D, F, M, L, R, N, Q, and R trains all suspended due to flooding, and all parts suspended. And then B, G, W, and the shuttles, it looks like, are also suspended here. We have to click on the alerts and see what they have here. All right, so here we go. One service is suspended between 137, so nothing on the west side. 2 and 3 services suspended between Brooklyn and Manhattan. Water from the tracks. So this is pretty incredible stuff going on right now. And we have delays on the other lines. If we go to rail, Metro North is part suspended. On the, let's see what we got here. Hudson line is part suspended. So let's see. It is actually suspended between Manhattan and the Bronx. A severe flooding. So there is no Metro North service right now between in both directions between Manhattan and the Bronx due to severe flooding. All right. Let's go to the 501 New York map. It should show us all the flooding that's going on here. And you can see we do have flooding on Long Island. We got a flooding on Route 27 with one lane closed. Southern State also has flooding. Left and center lanes closed. No flooding reports here. Oh, wait. We've got one here as well. Possibly that could be flooding as well. Flooding on Northern State eastbound. Left lane closed. Let's go here. It looks like we've got a closure over here. Flooding on the belt system Cross Island southbound. All lanes are blocked right here. And see if we can look at it on the camera. You can see, yep, we've got water over there on the roadway. The city's full of impervious surfaces. So flooding at LaGuardia, Terminal A. All lanes closed. And we've got a lot of these flooding on Franklin Drive in the city going into the Bronx. We can see we've got closures on the Bronx River Parkway, which turns into a river every time you get this kind of flooding. DOT flooding and ramp closures. So we've got a lot of problems here. DOT flooding on Sawmill as well. So if we look over here, maybe we can get an image here of what's going on here. That looks like that one doesn't even work. Get an image of what's going on here. All right, more flooding here. Bronxville. Let's see if we can pull one of these up here. Oh my, cameras are all screwed up. Not surprisingly. Yeah, there it is. So you can see there, it's all underwater. Yep. So the Bronx River Parkway is closed. Flooding in the Hutchinson River Parkway closed. We've got Obstruction on roadway, New England Thruway, probably flooding as well. Flooding on the New England Thruway as well going on. So, yeah, this is a major disaster. This is going into Westchester County. You can see all these highways closed. So Westchester is really, they're getting hit harder than we are even right now as far as the flooding goes. I don't see too much crazy stuff on Long Island going on as far as flooding goes. But we do have one area of flooding here. Let's see if we can get a look at it. You can see that, but other than that, it doesn't look nearly as bad as Westchester goes. Westchester, you have a lot of those valleys and rivers that just get insanely flooded time to time, but especially when you get this heavy rain going on. Let's go look at poweroutage.us. We have 4,000 people out in the state of New York right now. This isn't causing power outages. It's mainly flooding. Although if it gets up to substations, it could cause power outages as well. So if we go to CBS New York, which will be our next stop on the news thing here, you'll see here, red alert, state of emergency declared for Long Island and more due to flooding. So this is a big problem that we have right now going on across the area. It is a state of emergency. You can see here, flooding brings damage to New York City, and began Mayor Eric Adams asked New York City residents to shelter in place as the storm flooded subways and roads. Hoboken is also under a state of emergency as well. So this is just unbelievable what's going on here. Flooding suspends Brooklyn subways, Metro North. Really a big mess here. So I'm not going to really play the video for you, but it's a big mess out there, and we can look at the models and see where this is going to go. But the band is pretty much set up over New York City, and now, of course, the most populated parts of our region is where the band of heavy rain has set up. So let's go look at the HRRR here for a moment, and we'll move this along here, and you'll see again that rain kind of lingers around, and then it starts easing up a little bit, maybe this evening, a little after 8 o'clock or so, but it could still continue on a little bit until tomorrow. But mainly now casting here at this point. You can see HRRR did a decent job sort of predicting where that band would set up. It's very hard to predict these things. Obviously tomorrow it lingers into part of tomorrow, but we're not done yet. We're still going to see more of this rain here. I'll go to the NAM here for a moment. You can see there's that heavy band, all right? You can see it kind of take a little bit of a break in toward the afternoon there a little bit before a little more starts, but I would say maybe by later tonight the worst will be over, but that flash flood warning continues until 4 o'clock. And again, we have severe disruption to Metro North, and luckily the Long Island Railroad is not having any problems, but Metro North certainly is. Let's go to the Rivers and Lakes viewer here. Because you'll see that there are some orange and red on the screen. So we have the Saddle River. The Saddle River is at flood stage. I'll make this a little smaller here. So Saddle River is at flood stage right now. We also have the Long Island Sound. That's a Long Island Sound one, but this is the Bronx River. That's a major flood stage already. You have a lot of rivers that are flooding here, particularly North Jersey. Pascacac, Mawa, Housatonic. So this is more than just a rainy day. This is a disaster that's unfolding right now that we have across parts of our area. Let's see this yellow one here. Probably tidal. But Little Neck Bay is even up. Yeah, we've got a lot of problems here. 9 gauges in flood right now being reported. Obviously, if you look at, let's see, Peconic River here. Oh, gauge is out of service. All right, so we don't have Peconic River. Tom's River, probably not having an issue. Tom's River is fine. It's not having any problems, but it's mainly where the banding is set up over New York City, Nassau County. Unfortunately, some of the most populated parts of our area are getting hit with this, and it's still raining. So we'll show you the radar one more time, and you'll see there's actually another heavy band that's trying to move into Nassau County right now. And this rain is just, you can see how just slow it's moving. It's barely moving at all. Again, when you don't have much wind up there, that's exactly what happens. You don't have much steering going on up there, you know. And actually, I want to go back to the weather and hazards map because I want to make one more note of this. I didn't already. I was showing Mount Washington. Well, let me show you we can do this. I can just put this in here, so I don't have to load that whole map up. Mount Washington. Washington. All right, let's see what's going on here. Look at this. Mount Washington. The wind is barely blowing in Mount Washington. That should tell you all you need to know. Where that's up there, Mount Washington, all right? Just 5 miles an hour. That's all the wind is blowing, which is insane because Mount Washington is a place that's known to be very, very windy. And they've hardly had any wind at all. And that explains why things are moving so slow. And that is incredible to see. Just 5 miles an hour at the top of Mount Washington. You know how high Mount Washington is? It's 6,262 feet above sea level. All right, and the fact that the wind is barely blowing up there tells you all you need to know about why this is all happening. And it's all happening because of the climate crisis. What we're seeing is not normal. Let me remind you that. But I don't know how many more disasters have to hit for stupid people to wake up and realize what's going on and stop supporting people who are climate deniers. And there are just too many climate deniers out there. It actually seems like it's getting worse instead of better. But that we can all blame somebody who will hopefully be going to jail very soon. So that's all for this weather update. Thank you for watching.